Mom, Dad, I really hope that you are not watching this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just got a brand new, fresh tattoo 2 days ago, and it really made me want to make a tattoo tour. I figured now was the time to make the video before I get more tattoos and the video will be longer. So stay tuned because there will probably be a part 2 to this video when I get tattoos in the future. Unless you're my mom and dad, then yeah, I'm not planning on getting any more tattoos. I think somewhere around like the 4th tattoo, I finally decided that I was gonna stop trying to put meaning into every single tattoo that I get. I think it's great to have tattoos with meanings. I love all my tattoos that have like a deeper meaning, but I don't think it's necessary. I think now if I think something is really cool and I want to get it tattooed on my body forever, I'll just do that. Like, it doesn't matter to me if it's gonna be like something super deep and meaningful. It's just something that looks cool. I got my first tattoo when I was 23, and it was in January of 2020. And before that, I never got tattoos because my parents hate tattoos. This is the first time that I ever really like lived on my own. While I was living in their house and they were being so kind to let me live in their house past 18, I just felt like I should respect their wishes that they don't like tattoos and not just blatantly get a tattoo. I know, like, you know, you're above 18, you can do whatever you want, and I could have gotten tattoos, but I just felt like I should wait until I was kind of on my own. So the first tattoo that I got was my lion tattoo that I got on the side of my thigh, leg, upper thigh. I got this one at Custom Tattoos in Biloxi, Mississippi. Unfortunately, I don't remember what artist did it because this tattoo shop is actually one where you just walk in, they draw the tattoo right in front of you and do it. They don't really do like appointments. So I for whatever reason, like, I didn't think to get the artist's name, and then I tried going back on their website and it looks like he's no longer like employed at their shop anymore. I would say pain wise, it was probably like a 2 or a 3. This one wasn't really that painful. It was just like a little jarring because it was my first tattoo ever, and it's kind of a bigger line work piece. So they did have to use like the line work needle, and it did take him probably like an hour to do it. This one is one that I probably would get on the other thigh someday if I felt like it, because it wasn't really that painful. It was just like kind of new to me because I had never had a tattoo before. It's a weird feeling. It's not necessarily super painful, but it's just like a new experience, a new feeling. The meaning behind the tattoo was supposed to be that, you know, I'm a Gryffindor, so the tattoo is a lion. So that is, I always wanted a lion tattoo because I'm a Gryffindor for that reason and that reason alone, and do with that information what you will, but I just always wanted a lion tattoo. It was kind of very spur of the moment on a whim tattoo because my friends had made plans to go out and get tattoos that night, and they were like, hey, do you want to come with us? Do you have anything in mind? Do you want to get anything done? And I just kind of like chose this tattoo that day. Like, I always knew I wanted a lion, but I didn't know what I wanted to look like. I like the geometric lines in this, and I think it looks really cool. So I'm really happy with this one. My second tattoo, well, it's actually a cover-up tattoo, so it was technically my 3rd tattoo, but we don't talk about that. I made a YouTube video where I actually showed the guy tattooing this tattoo and covering up my old tattoo. So if you're interested in that, I will link that down below. So the second tattoo that I got is, hold on, I'll show you guys. It is just this unicorn tattoo. It's so hard to show this tattoo without like accidentally flashing someone like a little bit of your side boob. Got this done in the same session that I actually got my 3rd tattoo, and it was done by Ben at Thou Art Studios, and he did such a good job. He has such a light hand. The pain level on this one was probably like a 5, at some points maybe like a 6. It was a little, this one is the most painful tattoo I've gotten, and it was a little painful in the rib area. Some nerve endings over there, just, they weren't it. I feel like he made it less painful than it would have been with someone who just kind of like doesn't have as light of a hand and just like digging into your ribs, but he did a very good job. He is so talented. I think until I got my last tattoo, this was my favorite tattoo. I think it's tied though with the one that I just got, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. Then the next tattoo I got, like I said, it was in that same session. Ben did this one as well, and it is just the Matthew 1812 that is on my arm right here. I got this tattoo because I've always grown up in a really religious household, but I myself am not very religious anymore. I don't like consider myself any religion. I feel like I identify more closely to someone who's like agnostic, but I also do have my own personal relationship with God. So I feel like this tattoo kind of represents that. If you guys don't know, Matthew 18:12 is the verse that says, you know, if God had 100 sheep and one sheep wandered off, even though he has 99 other sheep, he would still go after the one. And it basically just means that, like, no matter where you're at in life or where you are in your spiritual journey, God is always going to be there seeking you out. And I especially feel that now, since I've kind of more detached from like the typical standardized religion in religious settings. So I really like this tattoo. So the next tattoo that I got is the Rainbow Spectrum tattoo. So this tattoo was done by Zach at High Street Tattoo in Columbus. They're a really cool tattoo place. They usually do walk-ins every single day. Like, you can just go in, say, hey, I want this tattoo. I got this tattoo because obviously like pride, but then also I just like really love rainbows and rainbow colors. This, I believe, will be my only tattoo that I will get in color. I think for aesthetic purposes, I just really prefer the grayscale black ink tattoos. They're just, I want all my tattoos to kind of match. Obviously though, you can't get a rainbow tattoo without having all the colors of the rainbow. So I think this probably will end up being my only color tattoo. I would say pain-wise, this one was probably like a 3. It wasn't really that painful, except he did have to kind of dig in harder on your arm with like not as light of a hand, because he's really trying to set that pigmentation and all the colors that he was doing. And for that reason, this one actually has been the only tattoo I've ever had that has bruised like severely. So I actually had like a big bruise around my tattoo when this was done. This one was also the tattoo that took the longest to heal. So the next tattoo that I got is this little cherub angel. So I actually got this one the day after my 25th birthday, and this one was done by an artist named Annie at Sweet Baby Octane in Grandview. And she's kind of known for her very like thin lines and details. And originally I had wanted it to just be the outline because I really liked how thin it was, and it almost looks like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it almost looks kind of like pencil drawn on my arm in comparison to the other tattoos I have. So I really liked that when I first got it, but I think now because it is next to a tattoo that is so contrasting, I'll probably get this shaded in, but I just thought that was like really cute. I would say pain wise, this one was probably very similar to the other bicep tattoo that I have, probably like a 3. Not really that painful, but she had such a fine like needle that at parts there were some parts that were like a little bit painful. So the next tattoo that I got is this flower / zodiac constellation tattoo that I got matching with my sisters, and I actually got this one done at High Street Tattoo as well, but this was actually done by an artist named Miles. So I got this tattoo on my little sister's 18th birthday because she was planning to go in and get a tattoo, but it was kind of like a small tattoo. So she was thinking like, oh, if we're gonna get matching tattoos, we should just get it on the same day. And this also just kind of worked out because, like I said, my parents hate tattoos and they just happened to be out of town for her 18th birthday. So we kind of wanted to like get the tattoos and then show them to them. You know that saying that's like, ask for forgiveness and not permission? That's what we were operating under when we did this. Dad, I really hope that you were not watching this video. This tattoo was actually one that I drew and made custom so that it would have all of our birth month flowers in it, as well as our zodiac constellations in them, and they're kind of all combined. So when you look at the tattoo, you can't really tell what's what, but I really love this because I just look down at it and it reminds me of my sisters, and my sisters are my best friends in the entire world and I love them so much. And so this tattoo definitely has the most meaning out of all of them because I have it matching with the 2 people that I like love most in the world. And then the very last tattoo that I got while I am here in Guam, and I figured because I'm in Guam, I like when I go places, I always want to get a tattoo. I knew because I was going to be here for a few months that I had plenty of time to get a tattoo, and that is this leopard here on my upper arm. So this one was actually one that I've been wanting for a really long time, and it doesn't have, the leopard itself doesn't have any like significant meaning to me. I just saw the leopard with the hearts for spots and I thought it was so cute. This tattoo I got at Legends Tattoo Guam, and it was done by Ray River. He did such an amazing job. This tattoo was the least painful tattoo that I've ever had. People have said they've gone to tattoo sessions where they fall asleep or they don't feel anything and it's like completely painless and they don't feel a thing. I had never had that happen to me until this tattoo. I don't know if it's this spot or just the way that he does it, but I didn't really ever feel any pain. So I would say at the most, this one is like a 1 on the pain scale. Definitely a good spot if you don't like needles and you're like afraid to get a tattoo. And I feel like I'm gonna look down at this tattoo and think of my time that I spent here in Guam, and it's gonna make me really happy. So technically, does it have meaning to me? Yes, but only because of like where I got it, not necessarily like what it is. So those are all my tattoos that I have so far. Like I said, I only have 7 right now, but I'm planning on getting a lot more. My plan is to have this one be like a sleeve of tattoos. I don't think I want any more on this arm, and I don't know if I want to do any shoulder pieces. Maybe. Definitely want a spine tattoo. We'll see. But like I said, stay tuned for part 2, because sometime in the next like year or so, I'll have more tattoos to show you guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you sometime soon with another video. Bye!